How do you banish high rates on car insurance?
You just switch to Geico during Geicoween. October is their favorite time of year, and the folks at Geico have been working extra hard to cast out high rates and craft just the right policy for you and your family.
See, switching to Geico isn't so scary.
Especially when they could brew up some spellbinding savings just for you.
So how can I get a quote?
Just go to geico.com and see just how much they could save you. No eye of Newt needed.
Happy Geicoween, everyone!
I love Geico. All right, Jake, we are ready to get dark with this next one, yes, because we have on someone dark in a goth way. Welcome to Sus, Share Your Scare, where we talk to different people and hear their stories of survival, the paranormal, and all things sus. I'm your host, Brennan Taylor, and I'm with my brother, Jake.
What's up?
And today we have on the goth king of YouTube, Jake Weber.
He's the goth version of me.
Bro, this guy is an absolute legend, man. How have you been, bro?
I've been great, man. I'm just chilling, trying to get through quarantine.
I feel that, man. I really do feel that. Where are you from originally, by the way?
Kansas.
Kansas. You're a Kansas boy.
Yeah, like cornfield, Kansas. It took me 15 minutes to get to Walmart.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
So you were like
driving through cornfields.
How far was like the nearest hospital? Like in case you had like an emergency, how would you like?
Like 20 minutes.
Oh my God, that's like life or death right there.
Well, I had like a little town of like 1,000 people, and then it takes 20 minutes to get into the real town through cornfields.
Was your first car a tractor? I'm sorry.
No, dude. At my school, bro, they used to have once a year driver.
The tractor day, yeah?
Yeah, they used to have once
No
a year
way.
drive a tractor to school day.
That was actually like a day at school.
Well, drive a lawnmower.
Yeah.
That's what it was. It was a lawnmower.
crazy.
I had a friend that's in high school now that I've like worked out with before, and he told me the same thing.
Yeah,
That's
bro. No one
crazy.
believes me,
What
bro.
did you drive that day?
My car, bro. I'm not driving a lawnmower, bro.
Was there like a bunch of people there with like lawnmowers and tractors?
Yeah, bro. They go crazy, bro.
They have like souped up engines and stuff.
Yeah, they're like super country, bro.
What was it like growing up there? Like what was your normal day-to-day thing?
Dude, like, I loved Justin Bieber growing up, and he inspired me to wear like skinny jeans and stuff. And like everyone around me was wearing cut-off flannels.
Yeah.
And like
So they probably
Bass
looked at-
Pro Shop hats. You know what I'm saying? And they looked at me like, dude, what? This guy cares about what he looks like?
Oh,
What the
man.
Yeah. And that's Bass Pro hats before it became cool in LA.
Right.
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure.
Jake was like, I've been on that wave way longer than you guys. So like when being in Kansas, what did you do for fun out there?
Damn, dude, I was like 15 years old, and I would just meet up with my friends, and we'd vape in my car.
Damn.
That's
So
it.
nothing's changed. So when did you come out to LA officially?
About 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
And you didn't even come out for social media. You came for school, right?
Yeah, I came out for college.
Yeah. Where were you going?
I was going to
That didn't last very long.
Columbia College. Columbia
Sick.
College, Hollywood.
And
Yeah.
what were you trying to study there?
Dude, I was trying to study like editing, filming, all that, and I actually learned a lot. Like sometimes I'm like, damn, I kind of want to go back
Really?
to college. Yeah.
I thought that too a couple times. I feel like now that we're older, you kind of want to go back because like
Yeah.
you can find like you want to do the subjects that you want to do, not like the things
Yeah.
you're forced to do.
No, yeah, I don't want to do like math and
Yeah.
science, but I want to understand like how some people get like crispy clear like camera focus and stuff like that.
Like I'm trying to find that stuff out too.
Yeah.
And I remember you started like your social media journey on Vine, right?
Yeah.
That was it. Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
this guy was like the popping guy on Vine at the time. Like I was just barely starting off, and Jake was big. I think that when I first ever saw you, you had like 400K, 300K, and I had like 20K at the time.
Really?
Yeah, I was like way small.
Damn.
And you were already big because I remember you joined like the collab channel. You were at the collab channel with David Dobrik.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that many people know that.
I remember that. I remember seeing who else was in that.
Dude,
was that?
Jack Dietrich,
Yeah, what was the other kid's name? Ben?
Bren
Lund, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I
throwback.
read somewhere that you did something with like MagCon, right? Or is that
it was like the second MagCon. It was like they tried to like make a whole new MagCon. It was like a fail about, you know.
Really? How did it go?
It was called MagCon Next,
Uh-huh.
and there was no original members except Sam Podorf.
Oh.
And like, but Jake Paul was on it.
Really?
That's funny.
What was MagCon Next like, especially during the Vine era? Because I was not even popping really like at that time. So you were way bigger at that time. What was it like? Was it like crazy, like fans and what?
I mean, like it was a lot of people, but it's just like, dude, I was like literally shitting my pants,
Really?
like walking up to like like seeing all like the bigger creators, bro. Because since I'm from Kansas, I've never seen anyone, bro. And like I remember the first time like I got there, like I was like on the tour bus, like and I walked on for the first time, and Sam Porter was like, "You want the rest of my Lunchable?" And I was like literally like sweating, like holy, that's Sam Porter.
That's so funny.
funny.
How long did ManCon next last?
Dude, that was like the only tour.
It was just a one-time thing.
How many stops was the tour?
Like I don't know, I have no idea. Maybe
Wow.
20, I guess.
Oh crap!
Yeah.
And then what happened from ManCon after that happened? Like where was your journey in life? Like
I don't
after ManCon?
remember, bro. I don't remember.
Okay, so let's skip past Vine, all right? Vine died. It's over. R.I.P. to our starting point because we have to give appreciation to it. You
Rest
know?
up, rest up.
Rest easy. Hope you're chilling up there with Kick and Keek and all those other apps that died off. So now you're a YouTuber.
Yeah, I did
Yes,
some
sir.
research. Your first video ever was called the Ghost Pepper Gummy Bear Prank on Sister.
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
You
Yes,
remember
sir.
that?
Yeah, I've been uploading videos since I was like 8. They're just all deleted.
Really?
Yeah.
And it's on the same channel that you're using now?
No.
Oh, okay.
There's, like, I made so many accounts.
Were you always like as a young lad, were you always into being on like in front of camera and stuff?
Oh yeah.
Well,
Like I've always wanted to be someone on camera.
really?
Yeah.
Did you ever have the thought, like especially in Kansas, like wanting to be famous? Like was that ever your thought process?
Yeah. No, I mean like my grades were always terrible, but it's like I have like pretty bad ADHD, so it's like I could literally be paying attention to the teacher the entire time, not focusing on anything else, and like my mind like won't pick up anything
Yeah.
they're
Exact
saying.
Same.
We used
Same.
to have the teacher that would follow you around, like a little, like the special education teacher that would
Yeah.
come in and make sure we were figuring stuff out.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be in. It's called the resource room at my
Yeah.
school.
Yeah,
I was,
we were in that.
I was supposed to be in that, bro.
Yeah.
But they're like, you have to fill out all these papers. I never got to it.
Yeah.
My ass would read like a book, and I'd read the same line like 6 times before I
Yeah.
realized like I'm still reading the same thing.
Right? No,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
That's one of the reasons why I can't really read. I mean, I can read, don't get me wrong, but like I can't like stick to a book because I'll read the whole page and just be like, what did I just read?
right?
Yeah, but do you feel that same way like doing stuff that you love, like editing?
No.
or,
I love
like,
it. I love doing what I do. You know,
Yeah.
it's like I like brought that up because like ever since I was little, like I was so bad at school, but my
Yeah.
parents were like, "Oh, but he's so creative though, so something's gonna work out."
Right.
Because terrible at school, but it's like I'm probably better at editing a video than the kid to my left,
Yeah.
or something like that, or thinking up an idea.
Is editing your main love, or is it now social media? Like, what is it? What do you want to do? What was your dream, and what is your
Man.
dream now?
Okay, so I honestly could be like an editor more
Really?
than being in the video. I will also thinking of ideas.
Yeah.
So it's like I love tackling ideas and I love editing. Like I mean I like to be in the video too.
Yeah.
But it's like I feel like editing is what makes the video.
Yeah, no, definitely. And your editing is crazy. And it definitely does make the video. So how did you get involved with the house that you live in now? Like, how did this all form?
So when I was in Kansas, Sam called me and he said that someone was moving out of the house. And that was around the same time, like that was literally right when I was booking a dorm.
Oh.
Yeah. And I was like, dude, I'm so down. I was literally like shitting my pants. I like walked up to my dad and he was like sleeping. I was like, Dad, literally Sam just called me and said that they could move me in. And I was freaking out.
Yeah,
dude.
because that's a big opportunity. If you guys aren't familiar, he's talking about Sam and Colby, that house, the trap house. But that's probably like a huge opportunity because that was the old trap house and like they were
Yeah.
like, popping during this time.
Yeah,
right?
and like, dude, I had like 20K on YouTube, and everyone was getting like millions per video.
Uh-huh.
So it's like he pretty much called me like a guarantee to like literally blow up on
Wow.
YouTube. So I was like, oh my god.
Like you had to take that opportunity.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like you would have been dumb to stay in school.
Yeah.
I don't
well,
mean to
I
say
finished.
that.
I finished my semester.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. And I
Okay.
actually learned a lot from it, which is really cool. That's why I want to go back because it was only video.
So
the
it was just like
school.
what
Yeah.
you love to do.
Yeah.
That's cool.
What is the content you're making now?
The content I'm making now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so all over the place. But I'm trying to find a shtick
Yeah.
because I think shticks like usually are like you know, what a lot of people love
Right,
to
you
watch.
that's the thing about YouTube. You really have to try to find one thing and then kind of stick to it. Like people say be consistent, but like you got to be consistent, but you also got to have a thing, you know,
Yeah.
to really grow and keep going, cuz people don't want to like sometimes won't click on a video that you spent hours and hours doing.
Yeah, no, for sure. And it's like if you do random videos all the time, it's like, you know, they'll watch it. But it's like if you do one video that they're like obsessed with and you do like the next one that's like the same thing, it's like you're going to get like a devoted audience that will love like following that idea.
Yeah, and you live in a house full of people who love to do scary videos and stuff. Did you have an interest in that before, or was that kind of something that you just stumbled into?
I'm kind of just chilling, dude. Like if I in the videos, man, like I'm always the one that's like super chill about everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm a skeptic, so like I always like, you know, think twice about everything.
Yeah, of course.
You know, so that's kind of like my vibe in the videos.
Nice. And do you ever feel like when you're at these places that maybe you shouldn't have gone to these places?
No.
Now you're always just chilling in them?
No, yeah, I do not care at all. Like
Really?
I will go wherever. Like I almost sold my soul in a video.
Yeah, what's up with that, man? You are like the guy that just doesn't give a shit.
Because I just don't give a shit.
But do you ever feel like there comes a point where you're like, you got to start giving a shit?
No.
You are a savage, man. Okay, so what do you plan on doing like for the rest of your life? Like, you know, you can't be just doing random videos for the rest
Honestly,
of your life.
dude, like dream job, director. Would be crazy.
Director?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. What kind of movies would you be directing?
Dude, have you ever seen like Dude, Where's My Car?
Yeah.
Like
that fits you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like stupid comedy, like Scary Movie 2,
Yeah.
Scary Movie 3.
Like
all
this-
that.
Oh, remember Scary Movie when the little kid, they're like, yeah, his pee-pee got cut off, so they sewed it on upside down, so when he pees, it goes up.
or when the Dude, Where's My Car movie, when they get the tattoo on the back.
Yeah.
He's like, what does mine say? Dude, what does mine say?
I love that movie,
Dude, that's
bro.
so good. Oh, we need to rewatch that. So
Man, I haven't
good.
seen that
No,
movie
yeah,
in
it's
a
so
long
funny,
time.
especially if you're high watching.
So you get high.
I mean, like, you know, occasionally.
Yeah.
Not a stoner.
What is like the craziest thing you've done, man?
Like, ever.
Yeah.
Dang. Define, like, done.
Like,
As in, like, I purposely did it?
yeah, like you knew what you were getting into, but you did it anyways.
Okay, 'cause,
Because you
like-
just don't care.
Because I was about to say, like, I got hit by a car one time, but I didn't mean to get hit by a car.
What?
I need a story
Yeah.
time.
Do you need one?
Yeah,
Okay.
bro. You can't just say I got hit by a car and not tell us how it happened.
Bro, it's like the weirdest story ever. It's so hard to explain.
Okay.
But like, I was walking with my friend down the street, and like 2 kids from our school pulled up in a car, and like they stopped behind our feet, and I turned around and like I knew them. They're like, you know, I was like a freshman.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, I was messing with them, and they're like laughing and stuff, and I put my knee like on the hood and like bent over and like waved to them, and then they like started driving.
What?
As in like they wanted me to ride on the hood, because they've done that like multiple times before. I've one time I like walked outside my house and I saw one of those motherfuckers riding on the hood just sitting there like I swear. And like I was on the car, bro, and like I was freaking out
How
because
fast were they going?
like 30.
What?
And then like they hit the brakes too fast and I flew off, like went boom, 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 boom
Oh, shit.
on the asphalt. And then literally I felt the car like they were still stopping it. And then like the front of the car, like I was under the front of the car
No
when they fully
way.
stopped it. And like my arm was like touching the tire.
Holy crap, that sounds just about
So-
Kansas to me, man.
I flew off their car unintentionally, didn't even want to be on it. And they almost ran me over.
Oh my god. And then what happened after? Like, what, did you say something? Or?
Well, like I literally was so scared to just like make a movement because like I just didn't want to feel anything broken. So I was like
Yeah.
laying there and I was like, okay, here we go. I was about to push myself up, and I could. So that was good. But then like I looked at my arm and my entire arm, like my flesh is just shredded.
Oh
like
my
it looks so healed right now because like I
Yeah.
got like the best, you know, like burn heals and all that. But my whole back was like just like. You know,
Road rash.
Yeah,
Yeah.
road rash, like so bad because it was on asphalt.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you can't really see it, like, but like,
It was messed
I have
up.
pictures. I have pictures.
Oh my
It's
god.
gnarly.
It was bad. I couldn't walk for a week.
Really?
Yeah.
And like these guys were your friends?
No,
Oh, they're just random. Like,
no, I barely knew them.
my
They're
God.
from my school, and
they
like
just did
it's
that
like, yeah, it's like if I was in the same class as them, if they like, you know, were doing some stupid stuff, like I'd laugh. You
Did
know,
they ever say anything afterwards about it?
No, I just didn't want to talk to anyone after, because like all people did was they wanted to ask me about it, and like it was so traumatic for me that it's like I didn't even want to talk about it. Like it was traumatic. And like the most messed up part was I went up to the cops, and they said, well, if you're gonna try to press charges, we're gonna give you a ticket for riding on it.
No way.
Yeah, I was like, I did not want to ride on their car.
Yeah, I was holding on for dear life.
Yeah.
Wow. That wasn't what I was expecting the story to be.
Yeah.
Damn, man. Okay, so you got hit by a car. That's something else. I got hit by a car for a YouTube video, but it was never like actually like that. It was more just like a little bump.
Yeah.
You really took that to the next level.
It was terrible.
Yeah. Do you feel that the way that the way that you carry yourself with not giving a shit about anything, do you think that is ultimately going to be like a bad decision?
Well, it's not the there's like a pretty big spectrum of not caring.
I feel like you're the type of guy, I don't know this, I'm assuming here, but I feel like you're the type of guy to be like, hey, someone at a party goes, hey, drink this, and you're just gonna drink it, you're not gonna question it.
Well, if there's a camera in my face.
Right. So you do anything if there's a camera, right?
Like in this, it's more of in the sense of like, it's like obviously, I care.
Yeah.
But it's like things like, I don't know. It's like I always keep like an open mind, and it's like if someone asks me to go somewhere to eat, like I don't care.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
it's
like
like
me.
Yeah.
I just like.
I hate those people.
And
man.
I just
like choose somewhere. Where do you want to eat? Damn it.
Yeah. And I just like the idea of like I want to do what I want. You know, I don't want anyone to tell me like what to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So were you always like because I know that you got like this sick style. I like your style, man. It looks
Thanks,
really dope.
man.
I feel like
Thanks.
you're gonna be a future fashion icon.
Hey.
There you go. What inspired it? Were you always like this back in kids? I know you said you wear skinny jeans, but like was it to this extent?
So when I was like in like I said earlier, when I was in 6th grade, I started wearing skinny jeans, and I like wanted to dress like Justin Bieber. And then as I went through the emo phase that everyone went to in like 8th grade.
Yeah.
But I actually switched up from it because like so many people hated on me.
Really?
And then whenever I started YouTube again and doing Vine and stuff, then I kind of was like bringing on that style again, and it was getting there. And then I was really happy moving out to LA because it's kind of like where you could dress however you want, and people will praise it instead of hating on it.
Right. You're just more accepted to do anything in LA because people do crazier things. And then, did you ever get like bullied in Kansas?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. For sure.
Was it just from like your outfits or ever from Vine, or what was it from?
Both.
Really?
Both. How I dress and me doing social media.
Yeah.
Like, dude, at my own school, like no one just like really talked to me. Like someone would say like a little comment here and there. But then I got a friend that like partied throughout the whole city. So I would go with him to parties, and there would be these country ass motherfuckers that will walk up to me, and they'll be like, "You think you do real work? I work with my hands." And he literally had like dirt on his hands
At a party.
Yeah. He's like, "You're just on your phone, and you're making these little videos. I'm out here actually working on wood and stuff." You know what I'm saying?
And you're like cool.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. They're like these like like very hick like countrymen, and I just make them mad.
Damn. And did you ever have to like defend yourself? Like, did everyone ever want to fight you? Because at one time I got bullied back in middle school, and a person threw me in a dumpster. Like, not even
Like, straight
joking.
up.
Damn, dude, that's literally like a 90s movie.
Like in a movie,
Yeah.
bro. There was a group of them, and it was literally like this, bro. I was in the locker room, and they would push me, like, in between them all. And then at one point, they threw me into, like, a dumpster, and it was kind of sucky, but I got past that. Did anything like that ever happen, or was it never physical?
One time I was just walking the hall, and a kid pushed me from the back.
Damn.
He just shoved me to the ground, and I got up, and I was like, "Why did you do that?" And he just like looked at me like he wanted to keep fighting, and I just walked away.
Yeah, see, that's what the thing with social media now versus like when we came up, it was because when we came up, like there was really no one coming up, so like people didn't understand it, and they were kind of more like against it. They were always rude. Because I remember like when I started social media, I was taking like selfies, and people would always call me names because I take selfies. But I was like, I'm getting paid to do this. Like you're hating, you know?
Yeah.
And like now, people could be like famous, like are blowing up on these apps in school and be like praised rather than made fun of.
Yeah, I've even seen teachers like doing TikToks and stuff now.
Yeah.
Like with their students, like organizing
We
the
had
whole
to go through the
thing.
struggle.
Right.
We had to go through
We
the
ran
struggle.
so they can walk.
Right.
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 Yeah, it's crazy, and the age they're just getting younger and younger,
Dude.
Right?
You know?
It's crazy.
We barely even had phones in high school. At least I did. You know, like I was like 11th grade before I got.
I had a flip phone in 8th grade.
I had
Yeah.
one of those razors, the Motorola razors.
I had a
Yeah.
sidekick.
Oh,
that
I could
open.
never get a sidekick.
I could see you having a sidekick right now, pulling it out and be like, "Look at my phone."
Hey. No, those need to come back.
Right, Jake would be the first one to grab one.
It's October,
And that means it's Geico-ween.
don't let your savings disappear.
Speaking of Geico-ween, we've got some of our own paranormal scary stories to share, and our friends at Geico have sponsored this special Geico-ween segment for October. Jake, do you remember when we went to Italy and we
Yeah.
paid a random guy on a boat to drive us to a abandoned island in which they used to bury dead, plagued bodies and their bones still wash up on shore?
Yeah, why did we do that?
For the content. You guys, we went to this island called Poveglia Island. It's a banned island in Venice, Italy, and supposedly like the ground and everything is just dead there because of all the dead plagued bodies that were in the ground. So we went to this island and oh my God, I literally, kid you not, I thought for a second we were being framed. I thought, you
Yeah.
know, we were being framed by the Italy government because we were in there and we started seeing some really weird things and hearing some really weird noises on this island that we really didn't feel like we were alone. at
No,
all.
we saw smoke coming up.
We saw a physically saw smoke coming up from a little bit of a distance, and that's what made me think like we are being set up on this island. But not to mention all the noises that we heard throughout this island, which made me feel like we weren't alone. And the information about this island, there was a lot of tortured souls on this island.
Yeah, and their buildings. I remember walking into the buildings and feeling like there was something there with us, and then hearing a noise from like the other side.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It was like it wasn't like any other kind of presence that we've felt on a paranormal investigation. It was more of a very like dark, tortured souls that were there. It felt like I was kind of captive in this place, and I really feel like I needed to leave. And it was the weirdest thing because we only really had an hour and a half on this island.
Yeah.
Before the guy was gonna leave us. And keep in mind, this was like 10 miles off of like near Venice, Italy. So it was far. Like there was no way we were gonna paddle back. Like we were stuck there if we got stuck
no
there.
one was gonna come to save us
No
if this
one.
guy was not there.
Like we weren't even supposed to be on this island because it's a banned island. So
Yeah.
we were not only like breaking the law of Italy by being there, but we had to endure the scariest probably island I've ever been on. And I still to this day remember when we went into like the back part, it was almost like, it felt like a courtyard in a way. And I remember walking through the buildings and hearing like twigs breaking behind us as if
Yeah.
something was following us around this whole island because we couldn't even see the whole island. We got to see probably a quarter of this island before, we had to leave, but I felt like something was following us there.
And what's even crazier is they said that there's bones still like around the place.
That wash up on shore. Like,
I won't be going back.
no. And I recommend if you're in Italy, do not go to this place because it's not a good time. I know it sounds like a great time, but it's not. Trust me. One of the scariest moments that I had to deal with.
But you know what's really scary?
What? Seeing just how much you could be saving on car insurance by switching to Geico?
It's almost as scary as that homemade elf costume your mom made you wear in junior high school.
No, Geico can't erase the memory of you tripping down the hallway in an oversized pointy shoes, but they could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Stop waking up at night in a cold sweat wondering what happened to that green onesie. Just switch to Geico and save. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Well, listen, man, the name of this show is Share Your Scare. So I want to know, what is your scariest experience?
Dang, man. Like, honestly, one time my dad accidentally left me at Walmart.
How does that happen? I started laughing at your
Bro,
scare,
I was
man.
like at my, we took a trip to my grandma's house and like all of our cousins were there. And my dad like went to Walmart and he had a van and he like took like 5 of the other kids there. And we all went to Walmart. And after we got done shopping, like I saw one of those like little arcade games, like where you sit in it and you put a quarter in and it starts moving. And I went to sit in it, and I was just like looking around, like, oh, this is so cool, Yeah. And then I looked out, no one was there.
Oh my God. How old were you?
Like probably like 8.
Oh my God. Dude, I remember back when I was a kid and I'd lose my mom in the market.
Oh,
and
terrible.
I was just like, Mom, like screaming there. I can only imagine if she
Bro,
actually
it was
left
so
me.
weird. It's like they disappeared. You go down every aisle and they're not there.
Yeah. Damn.
Makes no sense. But yeah, my since there were so many kids, like my dad like lost track, and like no other kid said I wasn't there. I guess they didn't give a about me.
Wait, so how many of these kids are your siblings, or do you have siblings?
Cousins.
Cousins.
Yeah, because we were at my grandma's house.
Oh.
Yeah.
And your dad didn't even realize that you weren't there either?
No, he got to the house until he realized, bro. They were like, Mr. Weber, please report to the Resolution Center.
And then, so what happened? Like, did he end up like?
He came back.
Or did you have to walk home?
He came back. I was very,
You're hitchhiking home through the cornfields.
Yeah.
Damn. So, okay, so that's your scariest moment. What's your scariest moment that you have on camera? Because you've gone to a lot of places, and I feel like you got to have something on camera that maybe we can check out for reference.
Dude, it was probably whenever I was trying to sell my soul.
How did this happen?
Okay, so I never was intentionally trying to do it.
Okay.
I was like waiting for something to happen so I didn't have to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like it's like I didn't have any intention of selling my soul for anything. I just like wasn't a firm believer in selling your soul, that it's actually a thing.
How do you even sell your soul?
I'll let you know.
Okay.
One second.
Go ahead.
So like, I just like think that like whenever someone says like, whenever someone says like you sold your soul to the devil, I think devil actually means like the industry. Like you sell your soul to the industry. Like they basically own you. And so I never thought of it as the actual devil. But it's like, oh, I'll make a video and say that because it's like, oh, that's something I could do that someone else wouldn't.
Yeah.
But I looked it up, and selling your soul, you get a box, and you get like a black cat fang or something like that, some kind of animal fang, and a picture of yourself, and graveyard dirt, and I think that's it. There might be more, but you take it to a crossroad, and when you bury it at the crossroad, the devil will come up.
Oh, wait, and you did all this, so you got a fang.
Yeah.
What fang? What kind of fang did you get?
I think it's a black cat paw or a black cat fang. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Wow. Okay, so walk me through this. You went to the crossroad. Where did you go? This is how it happened, like in LA, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so where did you go exactly?
I went to Griffith Park.
Okay.
Yeah, because it had to be like a dirt crossroad.
Okay.
So I could bury it.
So what happened? What time was this? Walk me. I want to know everything.
So I went at night, and
around what time? Like middle of the night or?
It was like, probably like a 10, 11, 12, around there. But, I never actually went to do it because it's like, even though like I'm not a firm believer in that, well, I always have an open book. So I'm not going to say it's not true. So if I do it, I don't want to get screwed over.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm better off just not doing that.
Yeah.
So I was going in with the intention of doing it, but maybe something would stop me.
Uh-huh.
So when I got there, I like set the box, and I buried it, and I was like, oh God. Well, I actually didn't bury it yet. I set the box down, and I think I might have taken it back to the car because I think I might have forgotten something.
Uh-huh.
But as I was walking back, I heard footsteps that were like, ch, ch,
Really?
ch, 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 ch. And I was like, oh my God, that's the motherfucking devil.
Holy shit, man, I got chills.
But it was, and it's like on the video, like, and I didn't even know if I picked it up.
Yeah.
But it's like, it was terrifying. I think I was with my brother, but it was loud, and it was like slow walking, and it was just closer to the middle. And I was like, oh my God, like I'm like one that I don't usually believe in anything, and this is like happening right now, you know?
My God.
I was like actually freaking out, which I never do in any videos. It was so scary.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, a ranger from the park came up and said, you need to go now, leave.
Wow, so that was your sign.
So I think that was the devil meeting me, and then like the good team, the angel or whatever, says go now.
Oh.
Because the whole time no one came up, but after the footsteps started coming, then someone said go.
Wow.
Like they like said it from like an intercom.
That's crazy, bro. So you ended up just dipping right there, right?
Yeah, I just dipped. I left.
Oh my God. And like, are you religious at all?
No,
No.
I've never been to church. I was baptized as a baby though.
Wow.
Yeah.
And like, did that help make you a little bit more of a believer or no?
Well, I mean, like no matter what, it's like, I always have an open book.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think like if you believe too much in something, you'll have a closed book, and you don't want a closed book. You always want to keep it open.
Right.
I don't say I believe in absolutely nothing, because that's also closed in my book.
Yeah.
So I always keep it open.
Would you ever do something like that again?
I mean, it just depends on what it is.
Wow.
It just depends. Obviously, I wouldn't want to follow through with it.
What was your brother thinking when this was all happening?
Oh, he didn't care.
He didn't care either?
Yeah.
Is Reggie the same way?
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn, something's in the Weber blood, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. We always have an open book, you know?
Yeah. So had you have not gotten that ranger to tell you to leave, do you think you would have continued forth with it?
Nah, I heard the footsteps, bro. I was not going back. That was the moment I changed my mind.
Oh,
Yeah, like, and if it wasn't the devil dude, it was a bobcat, and it was about to kill me.
Either way, it wasn't good.
Yeah, no, either way.
Hey guys, warning, this next part of the podcast is going to get a bit gruesome, so you've been warned. If you want to skip that part, just skip 10 minutes.
I've seen you got on the dark web and you've ordered things like that. Like, how's the process on that? Because I've always wondered how to get onto it.
So it's like not the dark web. It's called dark memorabilia though.
Oh, okay.
So actually, the dark web, I've heard that the dark web is actually like 80% just like broken links.
Yeah.
Like it's mostly things that just don't usually work.
Right.
And I don't even know like how much of it you could act, like how much crazy stuff is actually on it.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like you have to like really know how to access everything and know exactly where you're trying to go to get onto that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always been intrigued by that. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. Also, I wouldn't even like get on it because I'm pretty sure the moment that you get on it, you're on the FBI watch list.
Oh, really? I didn't think about that.
I think I'm already on it.
You think?
Yeah, because like I buy like serial killer memorabilia for my videos, and like I'm like on Reddit a lot, and like not many people know like this about me, but like I have like morbid fascinations. Like I literally like love like looking into serial killers and like everything, like crime scene things. Like I know I'm on the FBI watch list.
Have you ever been to the Museum of Death in LA?
Yeah, I've been like 4 times.
Wow, you crazy.
Yeah, that just doesn't sicken you out or anything?
No, actually,
It intrigues you.
I follow this page. No. I mean, I don't have really any thought. It's just like interesting.
Yeah.
I follow this page called I Bleach.
What's it called?
I bleach. It's like bleach without the A.
Okay.
And like it's literally just like disgusting photos. Like it'll be someone like that got their wedding ring like ripped off and their entire skin of their finger ripped off.
Oh God.
And like there's a lot of like very like morbid like there's like could be death or anything. There's like it's just there's no limits. It also is like a reminder that it's death. Like a lot of people like, you know, kind of push that idea away and like make it so it's something that like doesn't really exist.
Yeah.
But in reality, it's like happening all the time around us, and like for me, like it like makes me a little more comfortable versus like, you know, like pushing that idea away, like it just doesn't exist, and then it like something like, you know, could happen, and it just hits you. Versus like, you know, I'm like, okay, this is very real, and this is something that happens a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen that, not the trend, but have you seen those people on TikTok that show like the cleaning up the murder scenes?
Yeah.
Oh, that stuff's crazy. They film the whole thing and they're like in
Would you ever be able to do that? I don't think I could. I think that'd be sick.
I have a problem with smells. I could watch like any kind of video. I can't watch like bones breaking.
Yeah.
Or like
Or hear it.
cuts or anything like that. I can't actually watch any video. Like I could see a picture.
Yeah.
Like videos are I hate videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember that website rotten.com?
Oh my god, I have a t-shirt. I just got a t-shirt.
You're lying.
A rotten.com merch t-shirt.
Oh,
it's
that's
vintage.
sick.
It was like $200.
Have you ever been on the website?
No.
Oh, dude, we went on the website. Well, we were kind of
We were
forced to look at it by our
someone.
sperm donor.
Yeah.
That we don't talk to anymore. But we were like literally 6 years old, and he would pull up this website and show us all this. We would see like a person who got decapitated with
By
a
a
helicopter,
helicopter.
people like hanging themselves.
Yeah.
Like, you'd see it all, and they'd be like crime scene photos.
Oh
of
my
this.
Yeah,
God.
2 photos I remember. One was this kid that ate like the stuffing of a beanbag, like the little balls, and in their stomach it like blew them up because it absorbed all their liquid and they like popped. And it's like the photo of like the kid, like I don't know how old, it could have been like a young adult, popped open with all the stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
Another one was that weightlifter. Do you remember that photo? It was like a weightlifter squatting. It was so much weight that he like shit out his intestines.
Oh my God.
And it's like a photo of all the
Yeah, there is some bad stuff on this site.
Yeah.
Bro, so I've never heard of the site before. I've recently heard about it, and I started deep researching into it. And that's why I got a t-shirt from it. Like it's like an old vintage t-shirt. I got it for like $200 and it says rotten.com on the front.
That's
it's crazy.
awesome.
But like, dude, while I was doing research, like this was one of like the first gore websites. And people, like the government was trying to take it down because like this was the first of its kind. They're like, you can't do that. You can't do this. They're freaking out. And there was like this page called the Deadpool where people would like place bets on like who was gonna die that year, like a famous person. Right?
Really?
They're like,
wow.
oh, Betty White, she's gonna die in 2004. And it's like if they win if they guess it right. But all these people are placing bets on death.
Yeah, I mean, I remember looking at that stuff and just being disgusted, but I didn't even know that the site wasn't there. I never checked again because I never wanted to see it.
It closed down like 2016.
Oh wow, it was out there for that long now.
Yeah.
Because we saw that like what in 2005,
Yeah,
6?
it first came up in like
wow.
1996.
Yeah.
Yeah, people were
that brought
freaking out
back
though.
So many bad memories.
People were freaking out. It's the first of its kind. They didn't know what to do.
Yeah, I don't even know how that like whoever ran that site, how they had access to all those photos because that stuff was like, it was like nothing you could even like try to search up.
I think it was like self-uploads. Like people would upload it themselves.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone listening, don't ever try to find a site like this. You trust me.
Oh yeah, no, don't.
Yeah.
Don't. Unless you don't care, you know? But it's like pretty scarring.
Right. You never got to see it though.
No, I never did.
Oh my god.
Never did. But I just think it's like just so dark and crazy that it's
Yeah.
like buying this shirt is like, damn.
Yeah. And then so now you're doing like the serial killer stuff, right?
Yeah.
And has that been doing good?
Yeah, I try to only buy items from serial killers that are dead because I don't want anyone to come kill me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I could be like talking about some dude and he's like out and free.
Yeah.
And like I'm his next victim. You know what I'm
So
saying?
how like are those the genuine items that you're buying?
Yeah, everyone thinks like not everyone, a lot of people think they're fake. But it's like I was saying earlier, it's like also like the idea of like the book, you know, you always got to keep it open. Like someone will see that and they'll like be like, oh, that has to be fake. But a lot of killers in jail they'll write letters, they'll paint, and they'll ship them out, and people will sell them. So there's a lot of paintings out there. There's a lot of letters. There's a lot of signatures. Before they were caught, their house goes into like an estate sale, where all their stuff gets sold. People will like grab onto that and they'll sell that. So everyone has a lot of things going around.
So there's like a whole market of people that like to just like buy this kind of stuff.
Yeah, I only like to buy it for the video.
Right.
Like I'm not trying to hang up
Yeah.
a Charles Manson picture. You
Right.
know?
What do you think happens when you die? I just like to hear different
What do I
people's
think?
thoughts.
So, for me, like, when I was a little kid, I used to think that it was just blackness for eternity.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it would just be me, but it was just black all the time, forever, and that was terrifying.
Yeah.
But, you know, as I got older, now I'm just like I said, like I'm open to everything. If anyone asks me usually like what happens when I die, I usually just say I don't know, because you know I do think that there's an equal chance of any idea.
Right. Or what would you hope what would happen? Like what would be
What would I hope?
ideal? Yeah.
I mean, like, you know, heaven, of course. I think, you know, that's why a lot of people are religious, because, like, that's honestly, like, the
Yeah.
best idea to think of. But, you know, kind of what's chilling in my mind is that, you know, after I die, it's just, like, it's not, like, just blackness forever. It's, like, before you're born, there's just nothing, like, there's no existence.
Right.
Like, people think that it's just, like, black forever, but it's like, you know, it
It's
wasn't
just nothing.
it wasn't black forever before you're born.
That's true.
It just didn't exist.
Yeah.
But also I do like to think like that sometimes, because instead of like, you know, thinking of the greater of the amazingness of the afterlife, I'm over here like, well, if there is no afterlife, I'm gonna make the best of what I have right here.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, that point that you brought up about how not realizing that like there's anything before, right? Before you're born. But what if, this is just a thought, what if there was something before, but we just get our minds wiped when we're born?
Well, yeah, our brains are like the size of a pea.
Yeah, so like I don't know, that's a crazy topic. I would like to hear what the people think. So maybe comment that down below what you guys think if you're watching this on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because it's such an interesting topic to me, you know, just
Yeah.
because it's so unknown and no one knows anything about it that it's just interesting.
I also like sometimes like I'll think of like if there's like multiple realities. Like sometimes I'll be driving and let's say like I almost like hit something, I swerved. I was like, wow, what if there was another reality where I hit that?
Yeah.
Oh, I think of that all the time.
Like,
You know?
like yeah, multiple dimensions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that is a thing, and I think it's like proven in like whatever physics or something.
So yeah, no, I definitely believe it. But this is like an idea that I've always like thought in my head. So let's say that you're like driving and like something happened and like you hit something and you die. But like so that reality like that you're in, like that like world, like that happened. And like everyone around you knows about it. but in your mind, like you can't die. So it's like in your world, like you swerved it and you're still going.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like in your world, in your mind, like who you are, like you're always going and like all these things that could have happened, like they happened and it happened, but you're still going. It's like the world that it happened in, it
ends in that world.
Yeah.
Like a new
like split in time space happens and it just keeps going. That very much I kind of think that too. And I also did this study on this guy. He studied quantum physics and quantum jumping, which is like basically being able to jump from one parallel universe to another. So like how you were explaining that would be like, it would be like in a deep meditation state where he could jump to a different realm of where he is a professional pianist and knows how to play the piano, and he would go to this other realm, and then the other version of him would teach him how to play the piano, because he was like 60 or 70 years old and he was learning new things like just randomly and you know the saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Yeah.
Well, he was disproving that with his quantum jumping theory, and the theory is still out there and he has like a whole class on how to do it. But it was so interesting to me on that because he was like literally jumping to other parallel universes.
That's nuts.
That's crazy. I literally think that like meditation is like the window to what we don't know.
Yeah. Because I think we're programmed in this world that we live in right now to like think a certain way, or like the foods that we eat cause us to think a certain way.
Oh yeah. And I call it the conditioned world.
Yeah.
It's like you'll go to a park. You know, park is meant for nature.
Right.
And it's like you don't walk through the grass. You walk on the sidewalk by the park.
Right.
It's like, why are you even going to the park?
Yeah.
Walk in the grass and like feel it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just like everything we do, it's like a little conditioned. It's like in my backyard, I got like a waterfall, like, you know, like the waterfall pool thing. And it's just like, it's not a real waterfall. That's made out of plastic to look like a real beautiful waterfall.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And I feel like when you're meditating, you're able to like separate from the conditioned world, and that's like really where you could, you know, Bert Goldman. Thank you, Steve, over there. His name's Bert Goldman. If you guys want to look up his quantum jumping theory. But no, what I was saying is like I feel like when you're meditating, it's like the only time where you can truly like really get outside of the conditioned world.
Yeah.
And people have like really done some crazy things because of meditation and stuff.
Especially on psychedelics.
Yeah, no, I've heard a lot about psychedelics and people, you know, doing, what's that one called? The one where DMT.
DMT.
That's where I've heard that some crazy stuff happens. And like, because like, I guess DMT gets released in your brain when you're like right about to die.
Yeah.
And that's the only time, like right when you're born and right when you die is when this happens. But you can actually take it and it can make you like see those crazy things.
What, like, okay, so have you ever seen like one of those psychedelic like spirals online? You know, it's just like the spiral.
Yeah.
Those are all inspired by DMT. Like that's what like DMT is. Like it's like you take it, like I've done a lot of research on it. You take it and then you close your eyes and you're literally like drifting through this colorful crazy spiral.
Yeah, and I heard it only lasts like a few minutes or something.
Yeah, but like
it feels like a lifetime or something.
Well, it feels like I think like maybe like an hour or something like that. Yeah. You know, it just depends on how much you take, but
it'd be interesting to get someone on here that's like a professional of like that knows everything about, you know, those psychedelics and just really like learn about it, because it's not even like I'm interested in doing it, it's more of just I'm interested in the topic of it.
You should look up Terrence and Dennis McKenna.
Okay.
They're like these smart dudes. Like literally like, you know how like Einstein was like super smart to like math and all that? Like these guys dedicated their intelligence to psychedelics.
Really?
Wow.
So like, you know, they took one for the team and like they dedicated their entire life to it. So these are smart dudes that are, you know, they could have went to like science, math, whatever, but they went to psychedelics.
That's crazy. And also, I also heard this like the thing about like the magic mushrooms that everyone knows about. They've been around for so long, like they go back into religion and stuff.
Yeah.
Like if you look at old like religious scrolls and stuff, they all like mention the magic mushrooms.
Yeah.
And now the world that we live in, it's deemed as such like a bad thing. But I mean, I'm not saying it's good or bad, but I'm saying it's like it's deemed as this like awful evil drug.
Yeah, it has a big stigma to it.
A stigma, yeah.
So do you think that there's the higher ups, the government, the whoever is putting that stigma on it because they don't want to awaken our true abilities?
I mean, like, think about this. You smoke a cigarette, you know, you don't think any different. You drink, it only makes you think less.
Right.
if you do psychedelics, you think different.
Right, and that's what they don't want you to do. The government doesn't want you to think outside the box. They want you to they want to control everyone's minds, I feel like.
But here, this is also what's weird, is like how you're mentioning religion. The same feelings that people feel on psychedelics is the same feelings that people talk about in religion.
Right.
Like when someone's on them, they'll be like, I need to be a better person. I need to treat people better. I need to,
be nicer.
I need to be nicer to everyone. Like this, they're like, they feel like this like happiness within, like, when people say like, I feel like, Jesus is my happiness within, when they're doing psychedelics, they feel like this like comforting happiness, So it's crazy. There's like a lot of similarities to those feelings.
It almost makes you think like why, you know what I mean? Like it's just like I feel like we're all right now currently stuck in a box. Like our mind is in like a glass box, and until we finally figure out like whether it be meditation or maybe through these other methods to get out of that box, we're not ever really truly living.
No, I mean scientists have like only explored about 5% of our brains.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's insane. Our brains are like, we don't even know how capable they are.
And it's just like I wonder at what point and what's gonna have to happen for someone to be like, this is what we can do if we do this and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Like someone to really come out and be like that philosophical guy that's gonna philosophical. I don't even know how to say it, but that guy. Yeah, that guy that's or woman that's gonna just be like, look, this is how much our brains can do. This is how you do it, and like a whole new world happens.
Yeah, I mean, people are so dedicated to like evolving technology and and all this stuff, but I feel like no one's really going deep into like how our brain works.
Right. No one's talking about that. And what are your thoughts on the whole the whole like everyone's saying that the coronavirus vaccine is gonna have like nanochips in it for people to control us even more?
I don't believe it.
You don't believe it?
I don't believe it in the sense of like how would they control us and like what benefit would they get?
Well, if you think about it now, like we could be potentially being controlled in a way right now with just the foods we eat and the things we do, like the conditioning. It's more of just like I think conditioning in a way than it is anything else. But I don't know. I've been seeing some ads recently of people getting chips, like especially in Australia, chips in their hands to unlock doors and like get their bank accounts. And it's just like, that just seems a little weird. Like you're combining AI or artificial intelligence and like the human body and DNA and stuff. And I just feel like that's going to be something that's not going to be too good for the world.
No, I completely understand that. I think that, but I just like, I don't know. It's like they would have put it in the flu shot. You know what I'm saying? Because like they say that like the government is like 10 years ahead of us to what we don't know. Mm-hmm. Like what we think we know about how ahead they are, they're 10 years ahead of that.
Yeah.
Like they're always 10 years ahead of what we don't know.
But the thing with the flu shot comparatively to the coronavirus or COVID shot would be is that the COVID is mandatory. You know what I mean? It's going to be mandatory. Everyone has to get vaccinated. The flu shot, you have an option if you want to do it or not.
Well, I'm sure it wouldn't be mandatory if you like stayed in your house for the rest of your life. But if you like probably went out to public, then I could see that.
Right, like if you're trying to go to restaurants, you're going to have to like prove that you've gotten your shot and whatnot. I don't know. I feel like we really are in an interesting time in the world right now. Like things are like look at the coronavirus in general. Like no one would have ever thought in our lives we'd be stuck at home for
8 months,
months on end.
I mean, I think we're lucky. I think we're lucky because I honestly, compared to what could be happening,
I mean,
I think Corona's like really settle, like really really small for like something so traumatic. Right. It's like we could get hit by a meteor. We could literally get something that couldn't be cured, or like what if we got something that's like
a zombie virus,
like eating our flesh or something. Like, dude, like it's just crazy. Sometimes I'd be laying in my bed like, could this be the last day on Earth? It's like there could be a meteor hit anytime. Did you know that there was one about like a month ago that went right by the Earth? And scientists didn't even know until it passed us.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I heard there was going to be, like, they've seen one coming, like, in orbit that's going to be coming, like, right on Election Day. Like, or there's, like, a 4% chance it's going to hit Earth on Election Day.
Wow.
Which is, like, crazy. But,
wow.
I mean, there's so much that we can get into on this. Like, it's really limitless. And I love this conversation. But as much as I do, we have to queue up our sus caller, okay? So we have someone who called in, and they have a scary story to share, so let's listen to it.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Alvin Vanover. I'm from Westland, Michigan. So, I'm a witch, and I have experienced many scares in my life. One of the scariest things that ever happened to me was in my office. All of the hangers that were hanged all at once, fell to the floor, and it's very hard to get those hangers off of it because the bar that it's hanging on is kind of hooked as well, so it makes it a little difficult to get the hangers off, and they all fell at the same time, slamming to the ground. And then my computer started making this high-pitched noise, and as soon as I walked out of the room, okay, I understand you don't want me in here, I'll leave. I walked out, and the door slammed behind me. I ran into the kitchen, and then I grabbed my sage. As soon as I grabbed the sage, and I walked back into the hallway to get to the office, and the door was wide open. I witnessed this slam shut. My boyfriend was on the phone with me. He can testify that it slammed shut because he heard it. Another scary story that has happened to me was I was doing the dishes. I don't know, I felt like somebody was watching me, so I happened to look up and out the window, and there was this tall, shadowy, black figure leaning, ready to lunge at me and attack, looking at me through the window. And there's a lot more, but I don't think I can fit it all into one call. Bye.
Wow. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
Well, my first initial thought is she started it off with, I'm a witch. So in my head, I'm thinking she must have tried to dabble in witchcraft to consider herself a witch and not just be haunted, you know?
I love that.
Yeah, but that's epic.
Yeah, that's crazy because I feel like if you say you're a witch, you definitely do dabble in the dark magic.
Yeah.
I feel like.
I think it's super cool because it's
Go ahead.
witches are people who manifest things the most.
Yeah.
You know, because if they're believing everything, I'm gonna have a good day. I'm gonna have a good day today because I'm putting this here. You know, they're the ultimate
That's
manifestors.
true. Back in the day, witches were stoned to death that. Now it's just anyone could be a witch if they want.
And most of them weren't even witches.
Right. Think about a time like that, growing up in Salem during the Salem witch trials and just being accused. All it would have to be is just an accused. Someone has to just be she's a witch and you're getting stoned to death.
It's terrible.
There's no explaining. There's no nothing. I mean, honestly, I wish that girl the best. I hope nothing happens to her because if I saw a dark, scary figure staring at me wanting to lunge, I'd be pretty scared.
Yeah, keep that sage by you.
Yeah, keep saging, carry your crystals, and be safe. Other than that, man, Jake Weber, thank you for coming on. Do you have anything you would like to share before, that you have coming up or that you want to promote? This is your chance.
Man, not really, man. I'm just out here chilling. I'm happy to be here, man. The only thing I want to talk about is sus.
Yes, sir. Where can the people find you if they don't know you right now?
Jake Weber 9 on everything.
Go give him a follow. Go check out his YouTube videos.
Yeah.
They're absolutely insane. Other than that, man, thank you for coming on the show. We really do appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, man.
Of course, man. Love your smile. You're a happy guy all the time. And that's it for Sus, guys. Thank you for watching. Stay sus.
Peace.